Gary Drayton's daughter, Katya, joins Oak Island team. The Curse of Oak Island has a new cast member, and she is a second-generation star for the show. In the most recent episode of the hit reality TV series, Katya Drayton joined the team on the island. As you probably surmised by her last name, she is the daughter of metal detection expert Gary Drayton. Here's what you need to know about Katya and her new role on Oak Island. Gary Drayton welcomes daughter to Oak Island. The newest Curse of Oak Island cast member is not new to treasure hunting. Gary Drayton has been metal detecting with his daughter since she was 7 years old. With years of experience, the Oak Island veteran's daughter seemed excited to be joining the ongoing treasure hunt on the mysterious island. Katya met with Rick Legina, and he gave her permission to start assisting with the metal detecting on the island over the next few weeks. This is exciting as the reality TV show has never been very diverse, and the women involved in the hunt have been few and far between. Of course, before Rick said yes, he wanted to make sure that she was there for the right reasons. He asked her point-blank if she really believed in the existence of treasure on Oak Island. Katya said she believes in it and is interested in the presence of undiscovered treasures. Gary Drayton himself seems very proud to have his daughter on the island working with him. Rick then said he wished his nephews had the same confidence that Katya has in the island's treasure. What has Katya Drayton done so far? It didn't take long for Gary Drayton's daughter to find something on Curse of Oak Island. Rick assigned her to use her metal detecting skills in Smith's Cove, which is a site that the team is significantly interested in. They feel there are flood tunnels and vertical shafts there. Katya joined team members Craig Tester and Jack Begley in this area, rather than working with her dad. Katya said this was going to be tough, but her dad had trained her well. She soon proved to be perfect in her new role, and she found something quickly. Katya found a substantial piece of iron during the search. When Craig noted the find, he said they would send it to the team's resident expert, Emma Culligan, to analyze it. This was the first big discovery before the team found what they think is the remains of a wooden shaft. As the sun began to set on the mysterious island off the coast of Nova Scotia, a sense of anticipation filled the air. The famous treasure hunters of the Curse of Oak Island had uncovered many tantalizing clues over the years, but no one knew what lay buried beneath the soil and stones. Among the team members, however, there was a new presence, one that had yet to make her mark, but was destined to have a profound impact on the investigation. Katya Drayton, the daughter of renowned metal detectorist Gary Drayton, had joined the Oak Island team. Katya had always been fascinated by the stories of treasure hunters and adventurers that her father had shared. Growing up, she would listen in awe as Gary recounted his experiences from Oak Island, where he had spent years combing the earth with his trusty metal detector. To Katya, these stories were not just tall tales. They were a part of her heritage. It wasn't just the allure of hidden treasures that intrigued her. It was the pursuit of uncovering the unknown, the passion for discovery, and the rich history buried beneath the island's soil. For years, Katya had accompanied her father on various hunts, sometimes watching from a distance, other times actively assisting. She had inherited Gary's knack for identifying subtle signs that led to the discovery of artifacts. But it was only recently that she had started to believe that her true calling lay in joining the quest to uncover Oak Island's secrets herself. As the camera crew followed the Oak Island team around, it was clear that Katya's presence was not just a novelty. Her expertise and intuitive knowledge of the land were undeniable. From the moment she set foot on the island, she was immediately welcomed by the seasoned hunters. The team had come to trust Gary's instincts over the years, and they were eager to see if his daughter would carry the same torch of sharp observation and tenacity. Katya was poised and collected as she met the team for the first time, her eyes scanning the landscape in a way that reminded them of Gary's sharp gaze. There was something about her that felt different from the others, a fresh perspective, a new energy that infused the group with renewed hope. "We've got something special with Katya," said Rick Legina, one of the leaders of the expedition. "Gary has always been our eyes in the field, and his daughter shows a lot of promise. She brings a unique skill set that could be just what we need to get to the next level of discovery." Though Katya was new to the team, her confidence in handling metal detectors was impressive. It was clear that she had spent years training and perfecting her technique, and her father had played a pivotal role in honing her skills. Katya knew how to listen to the land, reading the subtle hums and tones that indicated something beneath the surface. The metal detector was no longer just an instrument to her. It was an extension of her very being. On her first day on the island, Katya worked closely with Gary and the rest of the team. As they explored various parts of the island, the two of them worked in tandem, Gary offering guidance and Katya showing her own keen sense of discovery. The father-daughter dynamic was palpable, with Gary often offering a proud glance at his daughter as she expertly navigated the landscape. The team was impressed with how quickly Katya was able to jump in and start making her own contributions, with some even suggesting that she had a gift that surpassed Gary's when it came to reading the terrain. It wasn't long before Katya's presence began to pay off. As the team worked on excavating a promising site, Katya's metal detector went off, the shrill beep signaling something buried beneath the earth. Excitement rippled through the team as they gathered around her, eager to see what she had uncovered. Wait, I think we've got something here," Katya said, her voice steady but filled with a quiet sense of urgency. The team members leaned in, their hearts racing as they prepared for yet another potential breakthrough. Gary stood by his daughter, watching her work. "You've got a good ear for this, Katya," he remarked, his pride evident. The crew worked quickly, excavating the area around the beep. As they dove deeper, they uncovered an item, a small weathered metal object. It wasn't immediately recognizable, but it had the distinct look of an artifact that could be centuries old. The object was sent for analysis, but the discovery was enough to send a wave of excitement through the team. This was just the beginning. Over the next several weeks, Katya's contributions continued to prove invaluable. She found herself working alongside members of the team who had years of experience in excavation and analysis. But it was her fresh perspective that made her stand out. She brought new ideas to the table, suggesting areas of the island that had been overlooked in previous seasons. Her ability to connect the dots between the historical records and the patterns on the island was uncanny. Katya's journey on Oak Island wasn't just about treasure hunting. It was a personal journey of discovery. She knew that her father had always been driven by the belief that something valuable was buried on the island. But as she spent more time on the island, she began to feel that the treasure wasn't just the gold or the artifacts. It was the connection to the past, the stories hidden beneath the surface, and the legacy of those who had come before. As the days passed, Katya developed relationships with the rest of the team, forging bonds that transcended the hunt for treasure. She found herself particularly drawn to the Legina brothers, who shared her deep respect for history and exploration. There were long discussions around the campfire about the island's history, theories about the treasure's origins, and what the future might hold. Katya felt like she had found a family of like-minded individuals, all united by the same pursuit of uncovering the truth. Gary, ever the protector, watched his daughter's growth with admiration. He had always known that she was capable of achieving great things, but seeing her thrive on Oak Island was a moment of pure pride. His daughter had become an integral part of the team, not just as his child, but as a skilled and knowledgeable treasure hunter in her own right. And so, as the season continued, Katya Drayton's journey on Oak Island was just beginning. With every beep of the metal detector, every layer of soil that was carefully removed, and every mystery that was unraveled, she knew that she was part of something much larger than herself. The island's secrets were still waiting to be revealed, but with Katya on the team, the hunt had taken on a new sense of possibility, one where the past and present intertwined, and where every discovery was a step closer to unlocking the ultimate truth.